It is my dream to make Kosciuszko wine the most popular in the world, not only in Australia.
Good. It's a very worthy goal.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Anyway, the first time I tasted Kosciuszko wine was several years ago when I was organizing Kosciuszko festivals in Jindabyne.
Yes.
And
yes.
I remember I invited previous owners to come to Jindabyne, and I admired them a lot because they made all the way from Tumbarumba via Jihai, via Kankoban. And I remember that the Polish ambassador who was present with us ordered a delivery of that wine to Canberra. So, and then things have changed. How come you took over the company?
Well, the previous owner was Chris Thomas and his wife Anne, and Chris was the original winemaker. And I worked with him right from the early days as his distributor. Mm-hmm. So I knew the background to the label, and I knew Chris and Anne. And when Chris was approaching retirement, he said, "You've worked with the brand for quite a while and you understand it. I'd like to sell it to you." So about 2 years ago, I bought the business off the previous owner.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What brands do you produce?
We have Kosciuszko Wines produces a Chardonnay, a Pinot Noir and a Sangiovese, all from Tumbarumba fruit.
I've heard somewhere just recently that the best sparkling is being produced in Tumbarumba. Which sparkling we're talking about?
We're talking about probably a blend of Pinot Noir and Chardonnay.
Uh-huh.
And it's a very good sparkling wine area. Mm-hmm. And for many years the major companies took fruit from Tumbarumba and put it into some of the big labels, but they didn't always have to put that was from Tumbarumba. But now Tumbarumba is getting increased recognition in its own right, and it's going to go from strength to strength, I think. Yes.
What's your biggest achievements?
Well, we're very happy to have such widespread distribution in the Snowy Mountains, in Canberra and the South Coast. We like working with the Polish community. The White Eagle Club in Canberra is a very good supporter of ours. Mm-hmm. I've been to meet the current ambassador, I'm pleased to say, and his office has purchased some wine from us as well.
Lovely, okay.
In fact, I have written to the consuls I should say, in some of the capital cities to let them know that we have a brand called Kosciuszko Wines. Mm-hmm. So some of them have got back to me, yes.
Good. The question is, looking at this guy here, Strzelecki.
Yes.
When are we going to have Strzelecki sparkling?
Oh, well, that's interesting. I mean, I think Kosciuszko wines and the link with the mountain, and I know Strzelecki discovered and named the mountain, but I suppose Kosciuszko has achieved so much recognition, and maybe Strzelecki feels he's not as recognised widely as he should be, because he's probably the most prominent Polish explorer of his time, and the sad reality is
Kosciuszko
never came to Australia. But
but his spirit is
his spirit in
with
Australia,
us.
and his spirit is named. Our highest mountain is named after him, so it's a great tribute to him.
Did you ever travel to Poland?
Yes, I have.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so I've enjoyed my visit to Poland. My wife and I, just after we were married, we travelled to Poland and spent 2 weeks there.
But your wife is not Polish, I understand.
No. She was.
So what made you going to Poland?
Well, I was always interested in Poland, and I suppose my interest was sparked when this solidarity movement became prominent, and I followed the career of Lech Walesa, and I was always interested how the Polish fought against many different forms of opposition over their history, and I went. One trip I made was to Gdansk. I went through the shipyards, which is of course where solidarity started with Lech Walesa.
Or did you go to Kosciuszko Mound?
Yes,
Cracow?
I did. Yes. So I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And that was a great tribute to him, and that's when I started to realise the great respect that Kosciuszko had from his countrymen and women.
What's your dream related to Kosciuszko wines?
I suppose our dream is to become increasingly associated with this area. The wines are grown in a vineyard that you can see the mountain, and I really, I would like it to just become seen as part of the Tumbarumba, part of the Snowy Mountains, part of Canberra, and look, I don't want it to be a big brand that's in the supermarkets. I want it to be with people who enjoy food and wine, and want to know a bit about the heritage of the brand.
What's so special about the taste of, your Chardonnay?
It's a cool climate Chardonnay, and I think it's some of the best Chardonnay from Tumbarumba. Produces some of the best Chardonnay in Australia, and it's really because of the cool climate and the high altitude. And many. In fact, I was very pleased that our current Chardonnay received 91 points from Hugh and Hook in the Real Review in Sydney last week. And so if you get a wine into the 90s with a reviewer like him, it means that it's producing some good quality wine.
Anyway, I hope that Bill's face will become very familiar in the Polish community.
Yes.
From now on. We'll have you on YouTube